It's fine. Really? Heresy. Tessia. All creatures in a cone in front of the navigator suffer damage. Oh boy. What was the shape of that thing? Ooh. Bring it down. Voice of command. Grant an extra turn with 2 action points and no movement points. Okay, so I think we voice of command Abelard. Then we tell him to bring it down. Maybe we take the 3 damage reduction and charge. Oh, you don't get movement points. Oh, you will charge through her? Oh, that's annoying. I didn't think this through. Maybe we just frag. Frag out.
Indeed.
We decided to kill the rabble. They're replaceable and under suspicion.
I will do my duty.
They wanted weapons, you know? To me, that sounds like they're planning a hecking mutiny. So chill.
Protect me.
Idira. Let's do some analysis here. I think they might well die before too long, so I feel like we just maximize DPS here.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Ah, dang. Let's give Argenta some bonuses here. So now she should get all the extra stuff. If they have time for shenanigans, they aren't working up. Yep. What do peasants need gun for? What do peasants need guns for? Exactly. Rejoice, rabble. You shall be killed by the Lord Commander. Lord Commander? Lord Captain? You know what? It's Lord Commander from now on. Herself. Mm-hmm. Let's swap. See what the chain lightning does. Pretty well. Come in here. On positive side, no work shifts for tomorrow for these. Yeah, good news, everybody. You have tomorrow off. Unfortunately, you have every day after tomorrow off as well. Let's make a free attack. Oh, is that a melee attack? That's a melee attack. And that doesn't do much. Okay, let's stack some analysis here. And then skadoosh. Whoops. Sorry, some splash damage is to be expected. Why are you standing so close? Selbeshold.
Look out!
They have arms?
Onward!
Rude.
I must not falter. Duty prevails.
Sheesh. All chat. This has all been free XP. Deal with the striking workers. What did Abelard say? This is complete bedlam. Are you satisfied, Lord Captain? Then may I suggest we'll leave the circus and discuss everything en route. Yep, after we take the loot. Gas cloud grenade. Sure, we can grab those. They had armor? There's loot in my ship? What the heck? Okay, it's time for us to leave. The hell did they get that armor from? I know, right?
Tolerate weakness.
Stopping unexpected. The Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and addresses your other companion, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Captain? Abelard looks at you and his last vestiges of restraints vanish. You made a harsh but necessary decision, but before that, you danced to the tune of the panicked unit officer. You put your life at unnecessary risk in the midst of a potential uprising, and your actions triggered everything that followed. If you haven't given Lieutenant Vent false hope and then snatched it away again, she wouldn't have snapped. You had no business going anywhere near the lower decks. Is that how you see your future at the helm of one Valencia's protectorate? Oh, do we admonish him for talking to us in that tone? Why are you acting so cray-cray? I solved the problem. That's also an option. Do not dare to speak to me like that. I'm obliged to speak thus. Who else can point out your errors and offer your counsel? Maybe I didn't like her. Maybe I wanted her to die. There's some truth in your criticism. I should say so. Abelard heaves a sigh, but he visibly relaxes. You simply needed to trust me. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene, Abelard says irascibly. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora, do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Where is she now then? Well, she's dead. Such matters were left to myself, and the junior officers, while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate. Oh, okay, that is an option we can say. All purging aside, you don't want your advisors to be psychopaths? Yeah, I should consider my mods. Abel looks at you stunned and exhales loudly. Then he nods curtly. I commend your decisiveness, but I'm uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And Abel stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him. The prosperity of the Van Valentia's protector is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in the Lord Captain Theodore's deeds a sign of greatness. True greatness? Greatness? Did I really just say that? Oh god. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. Name one time when my mods have been sucking up to me. Valid? So I left behind everything I had known. Everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodore entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancements of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then, suddenly, everything that had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrays us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All of this came as a grievous blow to me. I'm not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I'm duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. Oh, we have some. Oh, that's a lot of options. Oh my goodness. When the game makes you spend 30 minutes reading your options to respond. Also, my poor throat. Yeah. Theodora trusted in established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of one Valencia's protector with me, stop living in the past. I understand that you need to learn how to respect me as your new Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it and start living in a new world. A world where Theodore is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. This sounds like a sufficiently, to the point, strong, but also forward-looking without making you awkward. And that's a decent option, I feel. The prosperity of the one Valencia's protector is just as important to me. You're the only person who has comprehensive knowledge of how things are run on the ship. I will follow your recommendations. No, that shows weakness. That shows weakness. I don't like number 3. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that the situation is an aberration in the ship's otherwise smooth operation. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I have seen plenty of sentiment and hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedures in the future. Ooh, that's how you make enemies. He's clearly still railing from the betrayal. He's old and will struggle with new things, I feel like. Yeah, we're a little bit more chaotic than established procedures. Alright, sleep well, Cammy. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Theodora trusted in established procedures and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the Valencia's protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Abelard solemnly inclines his head. Yes, Lord Captain. After a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest, your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment, should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. Okay, I think that was a good option. I think showing strength and leadership, I think he respects that. And yeah, that's good. And now please, let's leave the lower decks. If the rotaries decide to stretch your legs, there are far more suitable places. Very well. Oh, let's get the heck out of here. Let's get the frick out of Dodge. Civita's pattern autogun. What is this? 7 shots? Gosh golly. That seems interesting. Oh, another ding. Oh god, now we need to spend another 30 minutes figuring out what we're doing. God damn it. Joint analysis? Nani? Ooh. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal plus int bonus more damage. What is our int bonus right now? +5. That's pretty good. Wait. Oh, analyze enemies. Inflict 1 stack of the exploit effect on all enemies in the operative's line of sight? Oh, at the start of each turn. Okay. Would deal 5 times perception bonus more damage. Also increased by 10 for each exploit on the targets. Okay. Okay, so we do want perception to increase bonus from analyze enemies. What's our bonus? We have +3 here. So that is 15% more damage. Okay. Maybe I've been undervaluing perception. So this means everybody does +4 damage when firing on a new target. That's pretty good. Reduces cover efficiency for targets affected by exploits by 15 plus perception bonus divided by 3 times stack of exploits. Okay. We have a perception bonus of 3 right now. So that is 15. And if we have, let's say we have 5 stacks, then it's 20%. That pretty much negates low cover. Or turns high cover into low cover. That's decent. And it has a very complicated formula of its chance. I don't know about that. Operative's next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around the target. Okay. Damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by 6% until the operative's next turn. The effect is doubled for enemies with less than 15% armor. Okay, this could be good. 6% is not nothing. You can quote me on that. Perception modified divided by 2. Okay. You're not stacking perception though. Perfect spot. While in cover, the operative gains 25 cover efficiency, 15 perception and 15 ballistic skill. Last until we move, does not stack. Okay, so that basically is a sniper skill. A pretty good one at that. Okay, this removes exploits in favor of armor. If we remove 4 or more exploits, we gain 2 times exploit removed damage until end of combat. So that's 8% extra damage. Okay. You do like snipers? Me too, but they're not fireballs. And that's kind of what's giving me pause. Oh, we can choose a different special. Hello. I mean, chat, I don't see any other skills in this list. Do you see any other skills in this list? This psychic power can only target creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. If the target is an ally, the psychic power deals no damage to it. Oh, interesting. Everyone adjacent to the targets, both allies and enemies, suffer the effects of the ignite psychic power. Okay, so this casts ignite on everybody. Okay, ignite is the thing we're using most of the time, right? Yes, okay. Which does a pretty chunky amount of damage. How do we increase this armor pen, by the way? Psi rating, okay. And willpower for damage. Mm-hmm. What is this? Orchestrate flames. The target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Ooh. Additionally, if the target is an ally, every melee attack that ally makes inflicts full burning damage on targets of their attack. Oh, this is an action, not a passive. While they themselves only suffer half burning damage from now on. Interesting. Is this an attack? This doesn't sound like an attack. Ends actions. Oh. This doesn't end actions though. Like, what I want to know is, can I do this on the same turn as Ignite? Or maybe that doesn't even matter. Maybe this is Ignite on one turn, then Orchestrate and Firestorm on the next. Okay, we also need a way of opening up with Firestorm. We need to be able to apply burning or warp burn on someone. But I feel like easy choice is easy. Lore warp. Which is our weakest? Xenos. What's our tech use? We have someone else who is good at awareness, so we don't need to stack that here. Emily is our only tech user and our only logic user. Also the only one who has good lore checks. All the lore stuffs are affected by intelligence. All of these are affected by intelligence, except perception awareness. We're also the best medic. We're the best at everything. We are the Lord Commander? Yeah. Let's keep up with tech use. I feel like there's a lot of tech use checks going on. Did I not select Firestorm? Okay, there we go. That was harder than it needed to be. Giggity. Okay. Can increase an office allies resolve. And if the target is under the effect of voice of command, they start their next turn with +1 additional action point. That sounds pretty good. Oh, but it's one action point, not a +1 attack. Encourage an ally to immediately recover from burning, bleeding, toxic, and stunned. I wish I could recover from those with some encouragement. They're under the voice of command. They also gain 12 temporary hit points.